Hey guys, it's Dr. Braddock, and what I wanted to do today was share 3 tips to keep your children healthy. I think this is a big thing, especially this time of year. It seems to be all that you read about on Facebook is people with sick children. So I thought, you know what, we're really blessed to have a tremendous pediatric practice. We see a lot of kids in our office each week, and I'm also lucky enough to have 2 beautiful children of my own. So I thought it'd be really cool to go over maybe 3 of the biggest things that you could do to keep your children healthy. We'll start with number 3 and we'll work our way back. Number 3 is we want to start to limit or be very mindful about what you're actually putting in your children. One of the biggest things that we want to limit is sugar. All right, we just got done with the holidays, so hopefully the sugar intake is low, but with a lot of people, they really don't think twice. You know, their children are constantly carrying around a Mountain Dew or just juices that are just totally full of sugar, and that child is getting so much sugar that their body literally can't deal with that. Sugar in some capacity, you know, or at least in small amounts, our body is designed to deal with and understand, but if we overwhelm our body, especially a child's body with sugar, it's going to start to break down. There's been numerous studies done that show that diseases feed off of sugar, all right? Cancer feeds off of sugar. Even a common cold feeds off of sugar. So you want to start to find a way to limit those, whether it's just taking some of those things out. A couple of big tips is to find sugar alternatives, to start to sweeten things with things like stevia, those artificial sweeteners that aren't aspartame, that aren't NutraSweet, that aren't Sweet and Low or saccharin, or any of that junk, because that stuff is literally poison. But stevia is probably the single best alternative. S-T-E-V-I-A. If you haven't heard of that, it's a natural herb, and you can use it in the place of sugar. So your children don't miss out on that. Now, as a parent, I'm not a teetotaler. All right, you guys know that there's people out there that just make their kids' life hell because they tell them no to everything. I'm not saying that, but you just need to start being mindful about how much stuff you're actually going to let them consume. Another big tip for a parent, or even for you if you're trying to watch what you eat, is if there are treats or snacks, if you want to call them that, ice cream or whatever, don't keep that junk in the house, all right? Because if it's in the house, you're going to eat it. If it's in the house, they're going to badger you for it. So if your child's been really good and you want to get them an ice cream cone, great, go to Brahms, eat it there, leave it there, come home, all right? But don't let that stuff in your house. Don't bring a 6-pack or a 24-pack of Coke in your house and expect your children to leave that alone, all right? Number 2 is we need to start to fortify your child's nutrition. Now, obviously, we're trying to get our children to eat as healthy as possible. We're trying to get the fruits and we're trying to get the vegetables in there, trying to limit some of the bad stuff that we were just talking about. But, you know, and I can speak from experience. I have a daughter that's a picky eater. I have to work really, really hard at finding things that she'll eat, so we make sure she's getting that nutrition. But we go a step beyond that, and we make sure that she is getting supplemented with those nutraceuticals, with all those essential nutrients her body needs, because at what other time in your life are you growing at the rate that was when you're a child? I mean, the amount of growth that's happening there, not only in structural growth, but their neurologic system, their immune system, all that stuff is developing right now. So it's a really crucial time that they are getting those building blocks of the nutrition. Probably the single best way to do that is through supplementation and through vitamins. Now, I'm not making the video to try to sell you vitamins. So whether you get your vitamins here or you get nutritional help here, I don't care. What I will say is Flintstone vitamins do not count. All right, you might as well just give them Pez. Gummy bears don't count. If you're buying your children the cheapest vitamins that they have on the rack at Walmart or Walgreens or CVS, you're wasting your time and your money. So get some help. We'll be glad to help you here. I'll show you what my kids take. There's videos out there about what my kids take, and it's not much. It's easy. Or go to a health food store like a Green Market or Whole Foods. Make sure they're getting a whole food nutritional supplement and vitamin. A couple big things. You want to make sure there's a multivitamin. You want to make sure there's an omega-3. You want to make sure that child's getting some calcium. If you have any questions about that, we can help you with that. Or just get help from somewhere. Don't give them the junk at the pharmacy or the grocery store. And then number 1, and I save this for last because literally single most important thing that I do with my children, that I do with the children in this office, and that's to make sure that they get adjusted. And if you are maybe watching this video on the internet or Facebook and you've not been exposed to children in chiropractic, you're thinking, what the hell, right? I mean, why is this guy going to adjust children? I don't understand how getting their back adjusted is going to make any difference whatsoever in terms of their health. And I don't have time to go totally into that on this video, but think about it. What controls your child's immune system? What system controls your child's immune system? What system controls their digestive system? What controls their circulatory system, their respiratory system? What controls all that? Their nervous system. Literally, without that electrical system, without the brain, the spinal cord, the nerves functioning and traveling to all parts of the body uninterfered with, their body cannot function properly. All right, and over time, if there's breakdown in that communication, there's going to be breakdown in the function of the body, which we call disease. So every time we adjust a child's spine, our goal is to find areas of nerve interference, areas where the spine is literally pinching those nerves and gently unlocking the pressure so the body has the capacity to heal and to function and to thrive just the way God designed it in the first place. Now, if you've never been exposed to children in chiropractic, for infants, and we adjust a lot of infants, I have an 8-month-old that's hardly small at this point, but even the tiniest babies, we use about the same amount of pressure you would put on your own eye. If you've spent any time in our office, you see children break through the front door and they run to the Nemo adjusting table to get on and get adjusted because they enjoy it and it's fun. And the parents can see long term that it's actually improving their health without drugging them, all right, without doing some big invasive thing. It's a really simple thing that has such a profound effect on a child that I can't tell you enough about getting your children adjusted. Again, if you have questions on that, be happy to answer anything. You can Facebook me, email me, phone call me, smoke signal, I don't care. We need to get your children adjusted. I hope these things help. If you have more questions on children's health, I'd love to answer them. If you want to see a video on something else, whether it's a children's health or anything else, I'd love to hear that too, and I'd be happy to shoot it. I look forward to seeing you on your next visit. God bless.